You can't. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me check the testing. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Um, Matter of fact, the title that y'all see on the computer screen there, I did a video, and I think I'm gonna do. I'll make this one a part one. You can't judge a book by its cover, and I'm gonna also do some videos reference to the videos that I did years ago. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do a part one, two, three, four, five. I'm gonna try to see if I can do all of the. Uh, I did a part 11, and I'm gonna have to use those books that I still got them in here. It's called Patriarchs and Prophets and Kings. And so the early stage of YouTube, when I first started YouTube making videos, it was in 2013. But anyway, the topic that I was in a discussion with someone today, earlier today, just a couple hours ago, and they showed me some pictures, and in the pictures, they said the person, like, don't get me wrong, you do have good discernment. You can. There are times that excuse, we do have that spirit of discernment. Black people, so-called black people, people of so-called people of color. I'm just gonna say it like that, since that's a term and what like a common word that we use. Um, um, I was telling a person, people look at people often, and there are so many. We have like a lot of examples in the Bible that tells us clearly. First of all, a lot of people don't even subscribe to. I used to be like that. I subscribed to half of the Bible at one time. I subscribed to the Bible as half of the Bible. What I mean by half of the Bible, I read some things in the Bible, but some things just didn't click. It used to that. If you would have met me back in 2016 and you'd have met me on the streets and you tried to give me my nationality, I would have told you that's a white man's book. Why would I want to feed into a book that's been colonized by so-called Europeans? That's what I would have been. I'd have been telling you something like that. So that same book that they use. This is the book that they use is to enslave the black people in America. I would have been talking. I'd have been all over the place. You would have had to I believe you would have kind I'd have listened, but I probably would have been like bringing up points like, okay, if God did intend for it to be this way, you already know how this going to be. You already know how that's going to be. Why would God do that? I'd have been saying things like that. In 2017, 18, I would have been saying things like that. I wouldn't have. No, it wasn't gonna be really easy. But when I came over and I learned the truth about Esau and all that, we talk Esau, the so-called white man, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? In 2018 is when I was actually open up to it. I was looking at some videos on YouTube. But anyway, I want to try to break this down about. I don't want to get off the topic. About you can't judge a book by its cover. That's the part I want to talk about. I want to go and get an example because we know that the Bible do has that example in I think it's First Samuel 16. Hold on, wait a minute. It might be Second Samuel. Oh, it could be Second Samuel. Let's go to Second Samuel. Yeah, let me. It might be okay. I probably just. It's been a while since I read it. I think it's chapter 12. No, 16. 16. I think it's 16. Okay. It says, I'm going to read. Hold on. I want to make sure it's First Samuel. Okay. First Samuel chapter 16 and verse 1. We're going to be talking about you can't judge a book by its cover. That's what I named the video. And I'm going to explain why I went off into this and read this. All right. First Samuel chapter 16. This is a mission that God put, I believe, King Saul, when he was over Israel. And the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul? Okay, I was right. How long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thy horn with oil, and go, and I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have prevailed. I have provided me a king amongst his sons. And Samuel said, How can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said and the Lord said, take hip and heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord. And Jesse called to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembling at his coming, and says, comest thou peaceably? All right. And he said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. I've come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sacrifice yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sacrificed Jesse his sons and called them to called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass when they were come that he looking on Eliab, and said, surely the Lord's anointing is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, nor on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. You can't, based upon me reading this here, the Bible says that King Saul, he was jealous of God's Saul was set up to be king over Israel. So Samuel spake, and Samuel did that which the Lord spake unto him, and come to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, Comest thou peacefully? So, and they told him, he said, he said, peacefully I have come to thee, come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sacrifice yourselves, and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sacrificed Jesse, his sons. Now Jesse was the father of King David, and King David was the genealogy of Abraham. And Jesse his sons, and called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass, when they were come, that he looking on Eliab, and said, Surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. You can't look at people and judge them based upon appearance. This can go into many different things. You got people who look like, some people will say, deformed, or they look like, people will say, I don't know if you can compare this to mongoloids, people that look like a certain thing, but you have to ask them what their nationality is. You can't just look at a person and say that person, like people will look at people and they will say, oh, something wrong with him. I can just look at them and tell. I got that discernment. Okay, yes, I get it, but that's different. When you say a discernment, that's pretty much different. We talking about judging, just assuming things. You see what I'm saying? Now, I do know we can pick spirits up. Yes, of course, people can pick. Like, let me just say it like this here. I've been in situations to where I can pick vibes. So you can kind of like, this person has a bad vibe. You can pick it up, but you just won't know it. But at the same time, all the time, when the Most High say judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteously. He's talking about making according to God, like judge righteously, meaning that I can't sit up there and assume or look at you. This is what I was telling them. Let me just say this here. If I look at somebody, and I told them this here, I don't look at somebody, look at my people, or look at a person of color, or look at a child, and look at that and just assume that I don't like that child, but that child look deformed, that child look like something wrong with him. No, I'm telling you, the God knows truth. I wouldn't look at them. Like, I don't look at them like, I don't want them around me, not because of the way they look. I judge you based upon what the hell you do. If that child is bad, like if that child break their grandmother and grandpa's furniture, TV, or whatever, I'm gonna be pissed off at what they did. I'm not gonna be pissed off at how they look. I don't give a damn how they look. If you are a bad child, I'm going to hate the evil that you're doing. It has nothing to do with how you look. You see what I'm saying? As long as you are my people, and as long as I'm your people, As long as I'm part of the so-called Hispanic, Black, and Native American, that's what matters to me. I don't give a damn. It doesn't matter how you look as long as you're not the enemy. You see what I'm saying? And when God says, and it came to pass when they were come that he looking upon Eliab and and said, surely the Lord's anointing is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, nor on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord sees not as man sees, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. That means the mind. He judged you by what's in your mind. What you say is what he judged. Just like I can be sitting up there and I can be looking mean and I can be looking demonic. I have gotten judged for looking for, I have in the past. If you go and scroll down, you're gonna see some videos. What the name of the videos is? Our people has a Caucasian mindset. If you scroll, look for those videos, and you're gonna see me kind of break. You're gonna get a good kind of a little general idea of where I was coming from when I said our people has a Caucasian mindset. They thinking, you know what I mean? You can't look at people and judge them based upon how they look or their color or whatever it may be. You can't judge a person like that. Like when I first came around some people, I don't want to exclude. I don't want to reveal too much information because I don't believe in doing that. Because of the respect for the people that I'm around or whatever. But you know how you go around somebody and you don't be wanting to do certain things. Those, like if family members are, well, they may ask you to do certain things and you're not comfortable with them. I've been in situations to where I wasn't comfortable with doing certain things. And let's say you go and you be around. Now me, I'm different. I don't like going around like if a child is bad, if I don't know, if I'm unaware of what's going on, you're gonna kind of be nice and naive because you just met them, because you don't really know them. But when you're around them on a regular basis or whatever, like you cleaning up or whatever, and you're around them on a regular basis or whatever, you started to like pick up on certain things, and you be like, wait, hold on, wait a fucking minute. I'm in here cleaning up this motherfucker, and these motherfuckers just pouring shit on the floor, and you ain't got none of the adults. I'm just making up something. You don't have none of the adults around. It's to check these children and say, hey, sit your ass down. This individual is cleaning up. You know what I mean? You like, what kind of shit have I, you saying, you ain't coming out saying it, but you're saying it to yourself. What have I gotten myself into with this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, what have I gotten, what in the hell have I gotten myself into? And you really can't say really much of nothing to them. They piss you off. You be wanting to slap the shit out of them sometimes, like go sit your ass down or whatever. But you can't because number one, you own somebody else's property. Number two, you in their house. Number three, that's they family or whatever. You cleaning up, what would you do? Just tell me, what would y'all do? And I'm just making up something. This is not me ranting about nobody or none of that. Somebody brought this up in a conversation to me, and that's the reason why I'm talking about it. let's say if you are cleaning up at somebody's house from what the person told me, and you cleaning up, let's say you working for these people, and they all of a sudden just post some shit in the damn floor, like, and you be like, wait a, hold up, hold the hell up. I just mopped this shit. I just cleaned this up. Now, nobody is telling the family, nobody's telling the kids nothing, not even the adults is getting on it. You working your ass off. What would you do? Put in the comment section, what would you do? And so I guess I'm saying that to try to say, I'm trying to sum this video up good. I don't look at a person and judge them based off of their appearance. I judge you by your action. If you throw a damn brick and bust somebody's damn TV, whether it be theirs or mine, I'm gonna be pissed off. Even if whether you're a child or grown up, if you take and throw some shit and break my damn, I'm just making up something, break my damn TV or something that I use on a consistent basis, you damn, anybody in their right mind, you work hard for something and somebody go there and break your shit and they know what the hell they doing, oh, they gonna buy another one. They gonna buy another. I be like, okay, this gonna be your first time breaking my shit, and it's gonna be your last time breaking my shit. You see what I'm saying? Tell me it won't piss you off. You work for something hard. It's not that you taking and you making a god out of it. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean. You know, you gonna, especially if it's something that you love, you ain't gonna be sitting up there like, well, you know, that's a child, this and that. That'll piss you off more. So wait a minute. The Bible even tell you, even a child is known by his own doing. So I'm not gonna be mad at you because of the way you look. I'm not gonna sit up there and look at you. I'm gonna judge you based upon your actions. If you broke your grandpa's TV, I'm just making up some shit. If you cut a damn pipe, if you took and cut up my chalkboard, I'm gonna be pissed off. Not because of the way you look, but your action. I'm judging your ass off your action. No, I'm gonna judge you off based off your action. What comes out of your mouth, I can make my judgment. Just like if I ask you a question, if I say, well, what is your mother's nationality? What is your mother's race? If she had to fill out an application or put down as her race, what would she put? They say, oh, she just put black or African American or something like that. Or what would your daddy put? Or my daddy would put African American or black. Then I'll know what you are because you just spoke it. I can't make a judgment and you haven't made it, you haven't said anything. I can't make an assumption if you don't say that. You know? I can't sit up there and tell you like oatmeal and you didn't open your mouth and say that you don't eat it. You gotta open your mouth and say whether it's either you gonna say you like it or it's either you gonna say you don't like it. And whichever one you say, I'm gonna know what you said. So I'm gonna be able to just make a judgment because you told me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover. You judge a book by its action. Yeah, yeah. You judge a book by its action. Or you judge a person by the action, not by just looking at them. Just like a person, you ain't gonna know what they think. Only they know what they thinking. Yeah, you can't do that. So hopefully this video came out pretty good, and I'm gonna see y'all later. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna deal with a part 2 tomorrow. All right, I'm out.